Welcome to this reflection on the Ten Commandments. As Christians, the Ten Commandments are more than just ancient rules. They are a guiding light for how we live our lives today. These commandments remind us of how we should love God, treat others, and live in a way that honors Him. I invite you to take a moment to settle your mind, let go of any distractions, and think about how these timeless truths can shape your life right now. As we go through each commandment, consider how you can apply them in your daily actions, thoughts, and relationships. Let's keep them close to our hearts and let them guide us in our journey of faith. Commandment 1. You shall have no other gods before me. God wants us to put Him first in our lives. This means we shouldn't let anything become more important to us than God, whether it's money, success, or even people. When we prioritize God, we learn to find peace, guidance, and purpose. It helps us keep our lives centered and prevents us from being led astray by things that don't truly fulfill us. Commandment 2. You shall not make for yourself a carved image. We shouldn't create or worship physical objects as if they have power over our lives. God wants us to worship Him in spirit and truth, not through idols or false images. Worshipping idols can distract us from our true relationship with God. By focusing on God Himself, we stay connected to the One who has real power and love for us. Commandment 3. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. We should respect God's name and not use it carelessly, angrily, or disrespectfully. It's more than just not saying bad words. It's about honoring God's name in everything we do. Showing respect for God's name reflects our respect for Him. It reminds us to treat our relationship with God as sacred and valuable. Commandment 4. Remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. God asks us to set aside one day each week to rest and focus on Him. The Sabbath is meant to be a day of relaxation, worship, and spending time with loved ones. Taking a break helps us recharge, reflect on our blessings, and maintain balance in our lives. It gives us time to connect with God and loved ones, which is important for our well-being. Commandment 5. Honor your father and your mother. We should respect and appreciate our parents or those who take care of us. It's about showing gratitude and treating them with kindness. Honoring our parents and caregivers creates stronger family bonds, teaches us humility, and helps us understand the importance of respecting others in authority. Commandment 6. You shall not murder. We should not harm or take the life of another person. This commandment also encourages us to respect and value all human life. Respecting life fosters a safer and more compassionate society. It reminds us that everyone is made in God's image and deserves to be treated with kindness and dignity. Commandment 7. You shall not commit adultery. We should be faithful in our marriages and relationships, honoring the commitments we make to others. Being faithful builds trust, strengthens relationships, and protects families from pain and brokenness. It teaches us the value of loyalty and integrity. Commandment 8. You shall not steal. We should not take things that don't belong to us, whether it's money, possessions, or even someone's ideas. Respecting other people's belongings creates trust and fairness. It helps us develop honesty and teaches us to be content with what we have. Commandment 9. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. We shouldn't lie, gossip, or spread false information about others. Being truthful in what we say is essential. Telling the truth builds trust and shows respect for others. It helps create an environment of honesty and fairness, which benefits everyone. Commandment 10. You shall not covet. We shouldn't be jealous of what others have, whether it's their possessions, relationships, or achievements. Instead, we should be content with what God has given us. Avoiding envy helps us appreciate our own blessings and prevents bitterness. It teaches us to be grateful and find happiness in what we have, rather than always wanting more. Overall, following the 10 Commandments is important because they guide us, they help us build strong relationships, and they protect us. In these things, we will honor God and create a life filled with peace, love, and respect for ourselves and those around us.